Welcome. This is Palesa Prospecting Company in Zimbabwe. Today we are in a place called Kutamazvimba, and this area is not one that is quite familiar with gold activities, but it's just a matter of testing and showing how our machine works. And today we are going to show you how the new machine, the Real Gold AKS, the next generation technology. It's quite a good machine for detecting reefs, reef gold, and particularly belts. This is one of the best machine, the Real Gold AKS. So we have chosen this site with high concentration of gravel because we want to use our anti-iron and anti-nugget filter for more accurate results if there happens to be any gold around this place. So this is the anti-filter, anti-iron filter. We switch it on like this. One press to switch it on, double press to switch it off. And we mount our antenna at the top of the device. So for you to achieve best results, you must mount this antenna at a place where there is high concentration of rocks. So that's why we have chosen this side. So we are going to mount our antenna here like this. So secondly, we are going to mount these antennas, 6 antennas. When you are mounting these antennas, you must make sure that they are tight here, yet at the same time they can easily rotate like this. So we mount all of them, 6 antennas, to our Real AKS detector. This is one of the best technology at detecting belts and gold reef. You don't need to guess when you've got technology like this. Many of you are wondering, in my farm, is there any hidden treasure that was left by the whites? In some cases, you would find out that there is a plantation of gum trees just in the middle of nowhere. And you're wondering why these gum trees were just planted here in the middle of nowhere. Sometimes the whites, they were using that as a beacon or as a mark that there is something that is underneath. So most of you have seen such scenarios and you are wondering what is it that is underneath. This is the machine that will help you to understand that there is a treasure underneath, there is gold underneath, or whatever. You do not need to keep on guessing when you have got the Real AKS gold detector. So after mounting of these areas, I'm going to switch to a mode that is called tracking mode. These antennas, they need someone with good expertise to set them to all 9 modes that this AKS detector works with. So this mode that I have switched it to, it's called the tracking mode. So this is the receiver. When I switch on my detector like this, it must light the scanner, and I will switch on this receiver like this, and I will choose gold. It must reflect on the detector that I've chosen gold here and gold there. As you are to understand that this detector can search for copper, silver, gold, and diamond. So I've chosen the mode for diamond, and I'm on tracking mode. I've set my antennas for the tracking mode. So the second step now, I'm going to calibrate the detector. Make sure that the handle is mounted, is against the ground for correct achievement of results. So I'm going to calibrate it like this. And when you are using this detector, make sure that all other items like jewelry watch, and phones. You take off all jewelry, you switch off other phones. So it's calibrating. Yes, now I've achieved ground balancing. After calibrating and achieving ground balancing, I'm taking it off from tracking mode. Now I set it to all. I'm now setting it to all. After setting it to all, now is the time for me to start to use it. So you lift up your detector like this. Make sure that your hand has achieved the 90-degree angle whilst holding it. So it's pointing me to this direction. So it means that I have to walk forward to the direction to which it is pointing me. So this area, if you see the detector moving round and round like this, it means that's where the belt is. So we want to make sure if there is any belt for you. So I will switch again from all. I'm going to gold light mode. I'm switching it to gold light mode like this to ascertain that whatever is underneath, is it gold? And if you see it going round and round like this, it means that there is a probability of a gold belt running underneath this particular position. But is it a belt? If it is a belt, if you are walking in the direction to which you think the belt is moving towards, the detector must keep on turning round and round. But now, after I passed through the place to which it was rotating, as you can see, it's pointing me back to go back to that particular position. So I'm going back here, and as you can see, right at this point where I'm standing, there is gold underneath. So for us to be able to achieve very accurate results, we move again from this particular point, and we try to force it to another direction. But as you can see, the detector is pointing me right back to that particular position. So I keep on going towards that direction where it is pointing me. And when I get there, you can see the detector is rotating. And the speed to which this detector is rotating, it shows me that there might be very good deposit of gold at this place. So let me try again to move away from this particular point. As you can see, I've moved away. This is the 4 cardinal point search method. As you have seen, I've moved to the west, it pointed me back. I've moved to the south, it pointed me back to the east and to the north. So like you have seen, it's pointing me back to that very particular position. Right here. So I'm moving. It's pointing me to this direction. I want you to see how close. I'm standing here, so I make one step. You see? It's rotating. Just one step. And I make one step again out. It's pointing me back. Just one step out. It's pointing me back. I make one step backward. It's rotating. I make one step outside. It's still rotating to this direction. I make another step outside. It's still rotating. I make this step to this direction. it's still rotating. Now, this is the way to which I will ascertain that this is a belt or not. So as you have seen, I can mark now from this point here. From this point here, if I step in to this ground, it's rotating. I move a little bit in this direction, it's rotating. I move again in this direction, it's rotating. I move again in this direction, and it stops right here, and it points me back. So it means whatever mark I'm putting it right here. Here, it's pointing me to go a little bit inside the mark, and here it starts rotating. So I'm marking that here. Right inside this box, right inside this box, right inside this box. I move here. I'm still inside the box. I move outside and point with it. So now I am setting actual position where to dig. So whatever needs to be dug, it needs to be dug in this box. So let us test how accurate our machine is. We go a little bit further now. From another direction, we take any other thing within the perimeters of this gravel deposit. So probably let's go beyond there. So we start again from here to see if there is any other position. So it's going around to ascertain a position, and there it points us again where we started. So we are going back where it points in direction to see if it is just rotating for no good reason. And as you can see, it's pointing us back to where we started. Where it's checking right back there. I stand here, nothing. It's pointing us back to where we started. I come again in the box where we have marked. That's where it was directing us. And it starts to rotate. We try again for the sake of the duration of this video. Let us try again from other direction. Okay, as the cameraman can show you, this is the other extension. So we try and take in this direction. This is the direction. So it's taking and not taking the wall area. But fortunately enough, our detector is pointing us back away. So we follow it where it is pointing us to go. As you can see, where it is pointing us to go. This direction. So this is our box. We are going past it. I've gone past our box. And it's showing me that I've gone past the mark. It's pointing me back. And here I come. So this is the real AKS detector, and this is how it works. So we are going to work on this position and see what we can find here. In our next video, we will show you how and what is it that is going to come out from this particular position. Until next time, cheers.